Jared McCain, he dropped 34 points, 6 threes, and 10 assists, becoming the favorite to win Rookie of the Year. Only two rookies have done that before, getting 30 points, 6 threes, and 10 assists. Jason Kidd and Stephen Curry. So Jared McCain joins that crew. Jared McCain's performance made Nick Nurse even say, quote, Jared McCain would be a candidate to start when the team is healthy. He was impressed with the 10 assists and how McCain adjusted to the Cavs, sending multiple defenders his way. So obviously, what are your guys' thoughts on McCain's kind of emergence? And what are your thoughts on a potential backcourt of an M&M backcourt with Maxey and McCain, point guard, shooting guard? What do you guys think about that?
Well, he's playing well. I mean, I said it before that they needed to see what he can do, and they needed to increase his minutes. He's taking advantage of his opportunities, and that's what you want. A guy that when he gets the chance, he takes advantage of it. He's given them a guy that now they know they can trust to score the ball. He can make shots from the outside. So he brings a dimension that'll definitely be needed even when we have our full roster playing. As always with a younger guy, they'll have to find a way to kind of get him up to speed and better defensively, especially as you play tougher teams in the playoffs, because teams will exploit that. But it's interesting from a standpoint that he has taken sort of the lead and he's sort of being very aggressive.
Yeah.
And then the guys, and you kind of know, and that's when you kind of know that guys know somebody can score, somebody can do something, because they're kind of allowing it, or guys are kind of giving him the ball, or, I mean, he's taking the most shots in the game. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of tells you that the confidence and the belief, not only just within himself, but from the team and from the staff, is there too. As far as Rookie of the Year, he's playing well. He deserves it to kind of be up at the top of the list. It'll be tough for him when everyone comes back, if we have our full roster, because of opportunity in minutes only. But it also says something about the rookie class not really being to that level that you kind of like we're used to.
Yeah.
It could be a guy could win Rookie of the Year this year, not average 10 points. So I don't know. I guess I don't really know any rookies out there that's averaging more than 12, 13 points. So he has a chance. I mean, even when those guys come back, based on how the rookie class is looking from a number standpoint, he could still win it and be a sixth man for us or seventh man for us, and he could still win it. Especially with his ability to be effective and in a limited amount of time. So his chances are really, I mean, I would bet on him right now based on how he's playing and based on our team and guys missing games. So as far as him starting, I don't know. I don't know if that's what's best for the team right now and him. I don't know if that's what's best for him too. Will it be better for him to play the same amount of minutes that you could play as a starter, but play it as a reserve and play some of your minutes without a Paul, without a Joel, without a Maxey?
Yeah.
That's sort of the question that you want to kind of ask yourself. So I know guys want to start and we all get excited about starting and players do too, but I'm not sure right now if that's what's best for, like I said, either party. So I guess we'll have to see more. We have to see more, but I do think, like I've said before, that his minutes need to increase, and he's proven that they need to stay up there. So they got to find a way to keep his minutes there when guys come back, and he's pretty much he's to the point now where he's sitting guys down. I mean, some guys just when Maxey comes back and Paul's playing, and the guys just aren't going to play. He's been able to kind of finalize that rotation that we thought was a revolving door. It could be settled here pretty soon. So we'll see.
What a crazy change and how fast things can change. Like you spark and you show people what you can do, and it's clear that you belong. And it's like, okay, man, you got it. Like as far as teammates giving them that ball, teammates giving them like the leash to just do it, take it. You're talking about we're not like even though we're not playing well, we're not a bottom feeding team on paper. We have a lot of guys who could easily take the ball and try to shoot more, but they're like, you got it, man. Like you.
Yeah, I mean, some of it was the fact that Maxey isn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Paul is limited in minutes, and he didn't play that last game, and Joel didn't play that last game.
Yes.
So if you looked at the roster, I mean, and the way he was playing,
yes,
he was the guy that should have had the basketball.
Yeah.
So,
and we're going to have so many guys not playing. I hate to say it. We'll get to that later. Not playing a lot of games just off the back-to-backs alone. We're talking about what 15, 16? So that's 16 games. He will definitely get 30, mid-30s in the minutes right there alone, right? Off the bat. Other games, too, they're just going to sit out. So he's going to start or guaranteed play mid-30s, 20, 25, 30 games guaranteed off the bat, right? I mean, he's already played 30, 31, 31, 38. So I think he will have the opportunity to continue to put this up. I mean, he's not shy. He hasn't missed a free throw yet. I mean,
dude, like I said, it's what it seems that to me that it's just the opportunity and the minutes is what can hold him back, because he is some guys when you in college, you can play in college and you kind of play in the system, and a lot of guys like him, you get to this league, and the more and more I think about it, the more and more he is. We were talking about someone he plays like. The guy that he plays like is really on his team, Eric Gordon. He reminds me of a young Eric Gordon.
That's a good one.
That's
a really good one, actually.
So you look at guys like him, and you just want him to be able to find consistency as far as his minutes, as far as knowing when he's going to play. I think the more that happens, the more consistencies you'll get from him. Now that it's not really, I believe from here on out, it's not going to be a yo-yo. His minutes, he know he's going to play, and once he kind of build that, knowing he's going to play, when he's going to play, he can prepare himself for his role, prepare himself for how the game is going, and I think that he'll be able to stay consistent with the way that he's playing, even if his numbers aren't as high as they are right now. But he's proven when guys are out that you give him 30 plus minutes, he's a guy that can give you 20, 25 points plus a game. Now he's going to shoot it a lot, but he scored a lot.
Yeah. Eric Gordon and both 6'3". Gordon was a little more thick, more compact, he was a little more built. Even out of college, he was too.
If you look at Eric Gordon
20 out of college,
if you look at Eric Gordon out of college, and you look at him, they're very similar, similar build, very similar style, very similar lower body, big legs, like they're very similar build.
Yeah. That's a good one.
We can't look at Eric Gordon now and forget.
I wasn't. I know. That's not fair. I know that.
Yeah.
No, but coming out of, he actually, measurements wise, he's 7 pounds less than when he came out of college. At Indiana, they had him at 222. Now he's 215. So
yeah,
actually,
I mean,
I don't know about that though.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff isn't always accurate. I mean,
I don't
sometimes.
Looking at that picture. He doesn't look bigger than he looks now. And he's 7 pounds. That's weird. But that's a good comp. I never heard that, but that actually makes a lot of sense.
I mean, a lot of people didn't do that because McCain especially coming out of high school, he was looked at more as a 3-point shooter. But the way he's playing right now is different than that.
Yeah. That's when they surprised me.
He's playing like like Eric Gordon, a scorer that can make threes.
Yes. Yeah.
Not a 3-point shooter that can score.
Yeah. I mean, because Eric Gordon didn't start taking a crazy amount of threes till his last year in New Orleans, and then when he went to Houston, and it was all bombs away at that point with the Harden team. But I mean, before that, I mean, for his first like 5-6 years, he was taking like 4 or 5 a game, which isn't crazy for a good shooter to do at all.
I mean, but that's also the time though. A lot of people weren't shooting a lot of threes like that.
Yeah, you can just see where the NBA changed. 2016, 2017,
guys just weren't doing that.
9 a game, he was chucking up at that point. So, you know, the moment he went to the D'Antoni team, it's crazy actually. So he shot 8.8 a game. I'm talking about consistent. 8.8 a game for 4 straight seasons on the dot. And he averaged 3.3, 3.3, 3.2, 3.2. Like, I mean, that's makes a game. So that match, talking about consistent. Eric Gordon's had a great career. I don't mean no matter, you know, I think what our record is and how we look right now, I don't think anything's off the table. So to go back to what Nick Nurse said, I mean, we need a spark wherever we can find it. And if we have to turn to McCain, a rookie, to provide that on a night-to-night basis, then sure. Especially while, you know, George gets into the mix more, starts playing more with the team. And, well, I heard he's got no minute restriction from here on out too, right? George, yeah, so he's good to go.
Doesn't, or he said he
does not. I heard no restrictions on George from here on out, which is great. And then Embiid we'll get to later. And then Maxey, who knows? We don't want that to linger. Maybe you don't have to rush Maxey back. Maybe you make sure he's right now when you have McCain playing the way he is. But, I mean, he's going to have his rookie moments, and his usage will go up and down depending on who's available that game. But even when you have everyone and everyone's clicking, his catch and shoots exceptional. So even he has a role when everyone's there, he can still provide value, which is what's so great about his game. It's so versatile, right? He's being great with a high usage, and he's good with low usage because he can just crank those threes. He has such a good, nice release. When it comes to time when him and Max are on the floor together for a long time, there's defensive problems. I think we'll just adjust as needed. I don't think we have to even worry about that at this point. I'm with Eric on the starting thing. That doesn't concern me as much. Well, me, it's easy for me to say, but it doesn't concern me as much as just I want his minutes to stay consistent. And if you can get to a situation where everyone's back and mostly healthy, and you have either him or Maxey on the floor at all times at guard, I mean, you're looking at a guy that people have to either pay attention to at all times or double. I mean, Cleveland's no joke defensively. They're a really versatile defensive team. New York's no joke defensively. That's 2 good defensive teams that he ate up pretty good. So, you know,
that's what happens when you can play and you get volume. That'll happen. Well, teams will start scouting him differently now.
That's true.
So they'll start scouting him differently.
The night is young.
They'll play him differently. So it's going to get tougher because now, especially with Maxey out, guys are coming in. They'll come in. Teams will come in, and he'll be more of the focus from a scouting standpoint. So, but he's more than capable. He's shown it.
Yeah, impressive.
Yeah. Caleb Martin Embiid said during training camp that he was one of the more talented guys during training camp. And I think everyone now is saying, see, this is what we saw during training camp. I've seen some fans say that if we were to go McCain Maxey starting backcourt, it would be kind of a Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland backcourt-ish. Would that be a good comparison or no?
Well, I mean, he has to, Darius Garland has made an all-star game, and he's played well for some years. So, potentially, if he can, potentially he could get like a Darius Garland. Not quite there yet. Maxey has potentially the talent of being like, Donovan Mitchell, but not quite there yet. So potentially it's kind of 2 very good offensive guards, probably bigger, taller at each position. So Yeah, the potential is there. I mean, it's just you can't kind of give it to them when the other ones have kind of done it and earned it. So, yeah, but the potential to be that effective is definitely, I see that.
Yeah. Too soon to say, but yeah.